what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Mix It Up podcast. I am Mike. That is Nick.
Hi,
So, what's good?
chilling.
Man, what a crazy week we got. We got a lot of topics to discuss, a lot of crazy shit going on in the world. The
Mm,
world's ending, who knows? But I want to start off with this, man.
yeah,
The impact of people in your life, friends, family, all that.
yeah.
It's a really good thing to have.
It is. It's the best thing to have. It's the best thing to have, honestly, on the whole fucking face of the earth. Your friends and your family, a good influence, is the best thing that you could ever fucking have.
Relationships, right? The people that you
Yeah,
meet, the impact that
yep,
people have on your life.
sure.
So they had I was reading something on like Twitter and it had like this guy, I forgot his name, but he was interviewing like old farts, old people and shit, on the street. And he was
Bogies.
asking, yeah, he was asking all the oldies. He's like, hey, oldies, give me some goodies. He's like,
Oh,
like he was like, what do you now that you're this age, what do you wish you prioritized or kept important like in your daytime?
yeah.
And basically like the top five that they all said, like he
Now
interviewed
that you'll be dead soon.
now that you're about to pick your own coffin. Um, so they were like, what are these five things? Like, what's the top five things or whatever that people said? He interviewed like 25 to like 100 old bags, and they all said the same thing. They said definitely relationships for sure, health, you know, family time, experiences, you know, and just like enjoying the present, the now.
Okay.
So I was
Yeah.
just like, what? Yeah, like, yeah, I mean, I don't think a lot of people our age or younger definitely don't do that. You know what I mean? I'm trying to be more like conscious of it. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? But it's hard because again, with the day to day, all of a sudden, because I was thinking like the other day, like shit, man, one day I'm probably gonna be like 90, and that's gonna suck. Unless they figure out some AI shit where they could just take my head and put it on like, a new body.
Yeah, I could do that. You're right. Because
Fingers crossed. That's what I'm
I
hoping.
think I think back sometimes how like now it's difficult sometimes to even work out, right? Like, our bodies aren't the same as they used to be. I'm trying to get better personally, and I've gotten better over the past few years, but like I am still to the point where if I work out, I can hurt something and strain something very easily, I don't know. I have a highly inflamed body. It's way less than it used to be, but
Mm.
it's still to the point where I can't go to the gym every fucking day and abuse my joints because I don't know if I ever spoke about this or not on the air, but
I don't think
I
so.
have I don't know. I have my immune system attacks itself pretty much, right?
You have
And
Benjamin Buttons?
yeah, I have Benjamin Button disease, so I'm getting younger.
Yeah, so
But
what?
it goes after the joints and stuff like that. And my doctor like told me this a while ago, and he wanted me to go to like an infectious disease doctor and shit like that. And I was like, I'm not doing that. That's silly. Because they were just gonna put me on medication for the rest of my life,
Right,
right?
right.
And I wasn't gonna do that. Eventually, that probably would have killed me. So I don't want the side effects. Yeah, we all
We
see
know
the
it.
fucking side effects,
We
right?
know the side effects. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? You could be taking Skyrizi and just be throwing up and farting out of your fucking ass.
One day
All
you're taking Skyrizi, the next day you're dead. That's how
day.
those fucking things work, right?
You'd be fucking
So
hopping down the lawn and just you're dead.
yeah,
Skyrizi.
I just figured do things yourself, you know, try to take a natural approach, and I feel a lot better than I used to. But with that being said, I sometimes think back to how when we were in our youth and nothing hurt you ever,
Mm-mm.
and we still neglected. Like I used to go to the gym a lot when I was younger. I used to go like 5 times a week at points, but I could have just been sitting there doing chin ups all fucking day. What was stopping me? Nothing. There was no, oh, I can't do too many because tomorrow, oh, I already did 10, I did 40 chin ups yesterday. I shouldn't do any today or my body's just not going to like it. No, you could have done fucking 3,000 chin ups every day,
Yeah.
57 million push ups, and you would have been completely fine. You could have played basketball 30 hours a day, followed
Yes.
by baseball 40 hours a day, by football
You,
50 hours a day.
you could have
And-
been looking like AC Slater.
right.
It's crazy.
Exactly. And and I don't think we were lazy kids. I was outside all the time. You were outside all the
Hell yeah,
time.
all the time.
So I don't really know what I'm trying to get at, other than like I say to my like I
Your
used to
immune
want
system sucks.
yeah, well, I used to want to be a baseball player. And I was like, oh man, if I could have done it. Dude, I was out there every day practicing, just throwing the ball against the wall with a tennis ball and a wiffle ball bat and fucking I was to the point where I could you see my backyard. I was
Right.
throwing it off the wall and hitting it without it ever going into my neighbor's yard. Just line drive after line drive. Just boom, boom. All these fucking like I was to the point of that. But and I got oh, I keep talking about this shit, but I got fucked in high school because in freshman year I couldn't play for shit. I was awful. And then I just taught myself how to play baseball and I was good enough to make it to the final cut and they didn't take me over two kids that had already made it like in freshman year. So that's the reason why I didn't make it
Okay.
in sophomore year. But I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about. I guess I'm talking about your I don't know what I'm talking about. Just take me off this podcast and kill me.
Well, is your body feeling better now? Are you ready for softball season?
I am ready because I threw the ball around today.
But is your leg? You're like,
My leg
all
feels
that shit
pretty
is
good.
good. Yeah.
My leg, I haven't run, but like I I feel pretty good.
Hey, listen, again, that's what happens when you get a little bit older. Injuries happen. My foot, it
Yeah.
took 9 months to like heal, and this
Yeah.
is going to be a big test for me. I'm like a little bit nervous about running the bases
Yeah.
next Tuesday night, but we'll see. I got to do it. I got to get past the mindset
Right.
and go with making my body. But listen, I've been on the like to tell everybody the sea moss, the
Yeah.
rise coffee.
Semen, you meant, right?
No, not that. I mean, I don't know if that'll help. If it would help, like I'd be like, no, but I'd be
Yeah.
like, does breast milk work? Because I would drink breast milk. You know what I mean? I would find that. But besides that, and then it's the Dr. Sebi iron drink where you fill your body with iron, and that's the way to go, I think, man. That's a very good like regime I'm on regime, and my body
Regimen.
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 Yeah, regimen. Thank you. And
Yeah.
then I'm not good with words. So then like my
I
whole
know.
body feels like uninflamed.
Yeah.
So like you gotta get that body like not like a detox, but like uninflamed, if
Right.
that's a word. I think
Yeah.
that's
No, I mean, like, honestly, back in the day, it was like more bad days than good days.
yes.
Now I'm experiencing more good days than bad days. However, when the bad days like come and flare up,
They fuck you up.
it hits me harder because I know what the good days are now. And like in the past, I didn't really have there would be like a fucking inkling of a time of like I'll be driving, I'm like, oh my God, I feel good right now.
Uh,
Now I felt days of it. So like when it
yeah.
comes back, it's like, oh my God, it just brings you to the mental spot where it's just like you know?
That's half the battle, GI
Yeah.
Joe. But
Yeah.
yeah, but the impact of people in your life, I have to make a shout out
Yeah.
to a couple people a couple weeks ago. It's Eugene and Crazy Chris. Shout out to them.
Okay.
First day, a couple weeks ago, Eugene came by. He had to fix the lights. So he was open up like, the lights were flickering. He was open up like different panels.
Yeah.
And he was like, yo, Mike, watch this. And I'm like, what, Eugene? And he's like, and he licked both his fingers. And he's like, see this black and red wire? And he's like, zzz, and he like put like a zzz, and he was zapping himself like crazy.
Interesting.
I was like, wow. I'm like, yo, Eugene, you gotta calm down, man. And then he's like, I'll find your problem. I need the juice. That's what he said to me. That was his line. I need the juice.
Interesting.
So I was like, all right, Eugene, do what you got to do, man. Just make this fucking work, right? But
Yeah.
he figured out the problem, circuit breaker issue, fixed that, and everything works fucking great. Lights on, bang. I can hook up a vacuum. I can actually vacuum, do what I got to do.
No,
And,
good.
you know, so thank you, for Eugene. Shout him out. And then shout out to Crazy Chris the very next day. Had an issue with like a pipe under my sink that shit burst. I needed a new fucking part. He found the
Hmm.
part at work, brought it by. I needed a tap handle for the toilet bowl. Fucking fix that. 1,000 flushes, bang. Fucking so like it's good to have like good friends, good people
Yeah.
that actually have like trades. Like they got value, man. They're very good at like trades.
Yeah.
Besides being like good friends, like their value is like, holy shit, like you're smart. Like you could do that kind of shit.
Yeah.
But then I was thinking, I was like, man, if I just went on YouTube, I could have probably figured this out. But I probably would have. There's a good chance I could have flooded my house
Hmm.
or set my entire house on fire. So, I have to
Yeah.
call them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, shout out to them.
Yeah, definitely shout out to them. I'm glad that you value your friends on a fucking scale of their trades and how valuable they are to you to fix your leaky faucets.
Well, listen,
Shout
I
out
know.
to shout out to Crazy Chris because he's got to drive 2.5 hours home from work and he had to stop at your stupid fucking toilet bowl and fix it for you when you could have just YouTubed it.
Wasn't that easy, man. Definitely not. So they're smart, man. They know what the fuck they're doing. But yeah, that's their value. And I was like telling these guys, I was
That's
like,
their value. That's your guys' value,
that's
by the way.
that's what I told. But I told them that, and I was like, yo, guys, I was like, you know what? All I need, like, you guys fix this. You guys took care of that. All I need is somebody around my house. Then I'll call fucking Mr. Plywood. He'll come over and he'll
Mr.
fucking figure it out, like who broke in. And then I told him, like, yeah, I would have Nick for like entertainment. He'll be like the music. I'm like, that's it. I'm like, what else do I need?
Right.
you know?
And there you have it.
Shout
There
out to
you
you
have it.
guys.
That's what Mike goes. He has like a list of things he needs in his life, like valuable things. And if you could fulfill that, then you could become his friend.
Oh
Just
yeah,
like Heike
check the
Larzik,
boxes. You check the
like
boxes.
like Heike Larzik has no use for you anymore. He has no value. You give him no value because you don't have a Budweiser box anymore. So it makes sense. He cut you out of his life
Yeah,
for
right.
good.
Yeah,
So that's good.
yeah.
Proud of
You,
him.
you text me every day looking for that shit, looking for Yankee tickets. They'll be back one day.
Yeah, they better be back one day.
That's
Otherwise,
it.
I mean,
Listen, I'm glad my friends check the boxes because I make a list of boxes, and
yeah,
then I'm like, if your name makes a cut, like, oh, congrats.
yeah.
Eugene was funny. He's like, when he said goodbye to me, he's like, all right, trainer, I'll see you next time when something else breaks. So yeah, but you know, thank God, man, thank God, house is looking good again.
That's good.
Everything operates. You know what I'm saying?
Good. Good.
Very good.
Yeah. But in all seriousness, with the list of things when people are, 95 years old or something like that, and they look back, those are the wisest people on the planet.
Mhm.
And that book, I always comes back to this book, The New Awakening by Eckhart Tolle. He talks about how people don't value old people, right? They've gone through everything and they have all the wisdom in them, but yet we toss them to the side. We put them in elderly homes for other people to take care of when we should be like idolizing them in a way,
Yeah.
to get information, like if wisdom from them. They're the wisest people now. They've gained the wisdom of life, you would think,
Yeah.
right? I
Yeah.
mean, and we kind of neglect them.
We do.
And most people, when they get older, if they're lucky enough to get to that age, I don't think they're afraid to die anymore. I think a lot of
You know.
them are ready, you know, maybe they've lost a lot of people in their lives and they're ready to go,
Oh. Yeah.
go see them which I think both of us believe that when
Yeah.
you go, you're going to a better place, and we're hopefully going to find that out
Mhm.
on Monday, right?
Yeah. We're not dying, but we're gonna go see
A medium.
a medium. So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't want to, so we're gonna find out some information then.
Yeah. I guess we'll tell people about it. I guess we'll see. What do you think?
Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to tell people about it. But the thing is, like with the getting back to the old people real quick, it just sucks that they drive so fucking slow sometimes. You're stuck behind him. You're like, man, I don't care about your wisdom.
Wait,
Hurry the fuck up.
I have a question for you. Did you not want everybody to know that you were going to see a medium?
No, no, I just had that old person joke in my head and I had to get out. Otherwise, my head starts to hurt.
Hmm.
So yeah, the medium, like I'm looking forward to the fucking medium for sure.
Yeah.
You said we're gonna be like a small group with people, and then
Sure.
like I'm like, all right, like cool, like I'm ready to see what comes out. I'm
Yeah.
going there with my mind open, and then I'll be interested. I just hope I don't like freak out or start like crying or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then I'm like, don't look at me. This
Wear a
medium is
mask.
making me upset.
Wear a Halloween mask.
That's a great. I wear my Freddy Krueger mask. To a medium. It's like this motherfucker's crazy. I'm not crying. You're crying. Yeah,
Yeah,
but I'm interested to see like what comes out of that door. I'm interested.
yeah, me too. We'll see, and we'll share. We'll help let you guys know. Hopefully,
Yeah.
we'll have something cool to tell everybody because there's a lot of skeptics out there with this stuff, and I've had a lot of people and I've gone to one before. I've had a lot of people that have had really, really cool stories from them that it's not coincidence, man. A lot of people like to call it coincidence. I don't know if I spoke about this recently or not, but I mean, the person that we're going to see, the medium, my cousin went to her recently,
Yes.
and her husband died last year, I think it was, and she put a roll of lifesavers in his pocket and didn't tell anybody about it, and was describing this person who happened to be my older cousin, and she said, I want to thank you for putting the lifesavers in my pocket.
Yeah,
Like,
that's right
come
there. I
on.
would have ran out the room. I would probably ran not to the door, but at the window. I'm like, oh my god, like, and I knew it. I knew there'd be like, I knew there's some kind of energy that you could just grab it. You're able to hear it. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
I just wish. I think I do have like a little bit of that intuition type shit,
Hmm.
but I just can't fully like, get it all.
Yeah.
I get it in bits and pieces.
Yeah. I think it's gas for you mostly, Mike. I think you think
Is
that
that
thing.
what the smell is?
Yeah.
Man, you ruined it for me. Because every time I've had like an intuition moment,
Yeah.
it stunk. It just
Yeah.
fucking stunk. So now, like, I can see the correlation. So
But then, like, how do people then sit there and say, no, that's coincidence?
that's no, it's not coincidence.
Come on.
You just,
Come on.
yeah, I know.
So this lady just pulled that one fact out of her asshole, and you just happen to be the person sitting there.
It won't be like it won't be like when we went to Washington D.C. and we went to go see that tarot reader, whatever the fuck, the psychic.
Yeah.
That bitch she was fucking hammered, worse than me and you. I'm like, you must have been drinking all day.
Yeah, she was bad. She was not on point.
So I'm looking forward to this one. So hopefully she's on point, and hopefully everybody gets something interesting to talk about.
Yeah.
But maybe
That,
we should, because we're going there Monday. Maybe after done, maybe we should do the podcast that night if we have time. It might be a little
maybe.
bit
I
late,
think it's
but
probably gonna be late.
never know.
Mm. Yeah, we'll see.
Play it by ear. So yeah, we'll
I'll
see.
tell you what though, that it wipes you out. You're
It
gonna be
does.
tired. It wipes you out.
That's what I mean. Like, I kind of want to go through it and then like have it fresh in my mind. Even if you don't come on the podcast, I think I'm gonna do a podcast that night afterwards.
You're gonna want to go to sleep.
Nah, because my
Like, I'm
brain, I
telling
know
you,
my brain. I know my brain.
like it wipes you out. Your
I,
energy. No, your
is,
energy. It's not just like I'm tired. You're
is she
going
gonna
to be wiped out.
is she gonna be like one of those like count to 10 and then go deep sleep like in
No,
fucking
we're all
Office
just sitting
Space?
around.
Then
Everybody
I
will
won't
just
be
be sitting
tired.
around.
If it's not Office Space getting hypnotized, him not giving a shit about work, like I'll be fine.
You'll see.
Yeah,
We'll
I
see.
can't wait. I can't wait to see.
But I wanted to. So when you were talking about like old people on the road before, the other day I was watching two people on the road. One guy left lane. Guy in the left lane should have gotten over in the front. Guy in the behind him just wasn't having it. Was riding his ass,
It's the worst.
and it was. But the people in the left lane have to have respect, man. They have to. The slow
Get
people.
over. Get over.
It's very disrespectful. They're holding their noses up in the air like, no, fuck you. You go around me, right?
Yeah.
If
I
everybody had respect for each other, they would get over, right? They would get the fuck over. In other countries, Europe, you get the fuck over. The left lane is for passing. If you're telling me that I'm passing at 1/2 a mile per hour faster than the guy in the right lane, that's not passing.
That's not
And if you have a
right.
window to get over after you've done your 1/2 a mile passing, get the fuck over and let everybody go by you. It's rude. It's fucking rude.
It is rude.
And they think that it's not rude. So here's the thing though. The person in the back and the person in the front, their egos were
Oh yeah.
getting in the way. It was
Oh
just it was pure ego, right?
yeah. No
And
doubt.
I'm that book is just, it's just taught me so much about ego and how that's not those people doing that. It's the ego. It's what they've been instilled to do. It's what they've been taught to do. It's an attack. The person in front of you is attacking you. The person behind you is attacking that person.
Yeah.
And it's all just because if they pulled over and none of this happened and they were both going into like a grocery store together and they grabbed the cart, the one guy would say, "Oh, you first.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
thanks. Open the door. Oh, thanks. No problem."
Right.
But
Can you imagine at the
right.
supermarket, the guy be like, "Get the fuck out of my way." Can you imagine? Like,
But
hurry
dude,
the fuck up.
we have
It's not possible.
such little control of our ego on
Why?
this planet.
Why in the car though?
Oh, on the car, in the car because it's
You
just
feel
been road
protected?
rage. It's just been instilled in you, man. It just has been. It just has been
Do you think you're just protected like in that car?
probably. And you take everything personally because number one, when you're
Yeah, why are you taking it personally?
throughout the day, you're not really being bothered by many people. I don't have much of a fucking. I don't have much interaction with anybody for the
Yeah,
most part.
nobody
So
bothers me.
on the road, you're interacting with hundreds of people, you know?
All different
So
shades of people, yeah.
you're bound to be aggravated by at
Well,
least one of them, right?
that's why there was a lot of fights in supermarkets. If you ever worked at a supermarket, there'd always be issues.
Yeah.
Courtesy that's the fights. People, because everybody got to eat and everybody got to go to the supermarket to get food, and it just happens that way. So yeah, I can see like on the road just
Yeah.
being total like fuck, if you don't know who you're gonna run into.
Yeah.
Like that
But
guy. Did you see the video I sent you?
no, what video?
I mean, yeah, it was pretty crazy. Like if people want to look it up, I'm not gonna play it because I don't want to play it on the podcast. But it happened in North Carolina. Uh, a Good Samaritan was trying to help out a carjacking, right? So he went over to the guy, pulled his gun out, and shot at the guy in the truck, the one that was stealing the truck.
Yeah.
He shot like 4 or 5 shots. Apparently, he was up close too, right by the window when the guy got back in the truck. And apparently, he missed like pretty much all the 4 shots. And the guy in the truck backed up like all the way down the road and then floored it and fucking bang hit the guy that had the gun. Guy went flying, died at the hospital. Dude, it was crazy, but that's just like that wasn't exactly road rage, but it just goes to the fact that like he's trying to be a hero, being a good Samaritan, but you don't know who the fuck people are out there and what they're capable of.
Yeah.
It's just like it's really sick. So if you want to look it up, his name was Adam LeCompte in North Carolina, hit and run act or just homicide with a vehicle. It was a crazy video to see. I was pretty shocked.
I don't think that you should be shooting anybody over a fucking carjacking anyway, especially it's not your fucking
It's
car.
not your
Just leave
car,
it.
yeah.
Leave it the fuck alone, man.
If he steals it, he steals it.
Big fucking deal. And like that's just yeah, that is not the type of thing that you fucking just decide to buck shots at. Even if you kill that guy, you're going to fucking jail for that.
Maybe,
No,
maybe
you are.
not.
You are. You can't shoot at a fucking guy for carjacking you. You can't. You can't kill somebody if they just took your car, they don't have a weapon, and they drive over your car. You're not allowed to shoot them and kill them. You're not. It's
Okay.
illegal. You know, should they be
Okay.
shot?
Yes.
But
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
but legally, you're not allowed to unload a fucking clip into somebody for fucking stealing your car.
Well, he tried, and that's what happened. So
It's both. It's fucked up. I mean,
be
both.
careful.
It's stupid. It's a stupid situation. It's a stupid situation.
It's not worth it. Next time you're thinking about having road rage or whatever, just think like I had an instance where I could have got furious when I was driving to work the other day, but then I was like, dude, I caught myself. I was like, you know what? What would a God do? You know what I mean? What would God do? And God was like, yo, you wouldn't act like an asshole.
Right.
And I didn't. And I drove right by him, didn't even
Yeah.
look at him,
Yeah.
even though I wanted to just look to the right and
Right.
just honk and throw up my finger.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what kind of bad energy is that? Why would I want to do that?
Right.
So I was like, you know what? I'm done doing that anymore. No more road rage for me. So you can do whatever you want. You can cut me off, whatever. You know what I mean? Throw eggs in my car. Doesn't matter. I'll be fucking smiling while I'm driving by. I'll be waving.
The problem, the problem that we have here though is nobody's taught anything about their ego, about ego. They're not. They're just not. They can't separate themselves from their emotions, or they don't even know what fucking ego is. I never even knew what it really was. Everybody, I always think, oh, you have a big ego. No, that's
It's
not
the
what fucking,
asshole. It's the asshole in you.
it's the asshole in you. It is. It's the thing that tells you to punch somebody in the face because they disrespected you, or to yell at somebody on the fucking road because they cut you off, or this, that, and the other thing. And no, a lot of people don't understand it or know what the fuck it is. So they just react because they think they have to react.
Yeah.
But if everybody was taught this shit at a young age, it would slowly start changing things. I mean, we're at the fucking point where we should be able to control our emotions. Like anger, cut it the fuck out. Anger should be cut the fuck out of our fucking our mindset. It shouldn't even be a fucking thing anymore. You know what I mean? We have so much ability and capabilities and knowledge, and people just fucking waste it. You know? I'm 40 years old, Mike. We're in our fucking 40s, and we're just starting to learn this stuff.
I know.
I mean, yes, the world is changing, and people are. I mean, we have the internet at our fingertips. Yo, Lima Bean just texted me.
Oh, nice.
Let me
Hold
see what
on. We'll read that on air in a minute.
You potting tonight? Let me see. Yeah, you want on?
Come on in. Hey, bud. Can't do it. Gotta connect the wires, get a taste.
Just think about if you were taught some stuff when you were younger.
Exactly. That's where I was going, Nick. At grade school, that's what a class should be about how to control your ego.
What'd you say, Mike? Say that again.
In grade school, it should be like how to control your ego. That should be a class.
It should be 100%.
You know?
Yeah.
That'd be a cool class. Learn how to be a decent human being, jackass. That's the name of the class, right?
Right.
Taught by Mr. Jackass.
Mr.
That's the way to
Jackass.
go. Yeah, that's the way to go, man. We should come up with a school, bro. Like we just make our own fucking classes.
We should.
Yeah, fuck this. Like we'll still have history because it's cool to learn about the past and science
History
and math
sucks.
and read. You kind of gotta do some stuff, but it won't be that drastic. We'll have some cool classes in there. We'll call it the hippie school of learning.
School for the hippies.
It'd be cool,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. There's some subjects that are useful. I like math personally, but I mean,
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, if you're a dumbass, all you need to do is like, yeah, how many three strikes and you're out. Like,
yeah.
all right, how many points? You need to know like sports analogies with. Actually, you need to know math for a lot of sports and shit. Averages and
Yeah.
Pretty crazy.
Math controls the whole universe. Math is the universe.
Yeah, I get that. I don't know if a lot of listeners get that. You want to explain that point that you're making?
I think every listener, I think they all know. I mean, binary code, right? Isn't 0 and 1 everything? Whatever that means. I don't even know what that means, but everything in the universe is made up of like zeros and ones. No idea what that means.
Obviously, that's just good science. I mean, just good math right there.
That's just simple math.
It's just simple arithmetic.
I'm looking it up right now. The binary system brings a simple idea. Instead of counting up to 10 like in regular counting, you only use 2 digits for everything, 0 and 1. So we begin with 0 equals 0 and 1 equals 1. But things change when we get to 2. In binary, this doesn't make any sense.
A lot of stuff that listen, we've been taught this shit. Like, don't forget, remember I said a couple podcasts ago when it's like really cold, it's freezing, it should be just 0. But no, they want to go -30. Like, that's a real number. Like, get the fuck out of here. It's just fucking cold, bitch.
Yeah.
So, like, math, they have a couple loopholes in there that I'm very suspicious about,
Yeah, I guess. Like theories too, like there's some laws, there's some theories, like the Pythagorean theorem. The Pythagorean theory.
Yeah, I don't think that's right.
it's not even a law. The Pythagorean theorem. It's a theory. It hasn't even been
Just a
proven to
theory.
become a law. But
Somebody just thought of it,
yeah,
and they're like, "Yo, how about that?" And then but everybody's like, "All right, I'm cool. I'm with it. I'm with the Pythagorean theory." Like,
listen,
oh,
it's the well-known geometric theorem that the sum of the squares on the legs of a right triangle is equal to the square on the hypotenuse. What?
what?
So basically, c squared equals a squared plus b squared. And why haven't they been able to prove that as a law?
I'm sure they've tried.
Why? I gotta figure out why
But
this
there's a
is.
lot of different theories. Like, listen, let's take a quick commercial break while you wrap your mind around the Pythagorean theories, and we'll be right back with the Mix Up Podcast.
Do it, win it, crush it.
Hey, welcome back to the Mix Up Podcast. I'm Mike. That's Nick. Nick, during the
Hello.
break, you were showing me pictures of cats.
Kitty cats, yeah, in my mom's
Yeah.
backyard. A cat gave birth to four little beautiful kittens.
Like gray, like one of these motherfuckers. Nick showed me a picture. Gray cat. He had blue eyes, but like one eye is looking directly at you, and the other one's looking like
Yeah,
across the room. It's crazy,
yeah,
like crooked
yeah,
eyes.
yeah. He's
I
got
would,
backward cross
all
eyes for sure.
crooked. I
Yeah,
would call him Crookie if that was my cat. I'm like, come here, Crookie, and then he fucking stumble over because he fucking can't even look straight.
yeah,
That's a cool cat, man. That's definitely a cool cat. It's good. Like if I went over to your house like tonight and I seen one, I'd probably grab it right there on the spot. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Because I have no like willpower. I'm like, oh, but I would probably want all of them. I'm like, I can't separate you and your brothers and sisters. You got to stay a family.
You're right.
And then I would take them and I would take the mom cat. Your mom should just like fucking feed them, keep them as outdoor cats, and they'll stick
I
around
know.
forever.
That's what I said to do too, because she already feeds like three or four neighborhood cats. That's so
I
when
know,
the
me
cat,
too.
yeah.
Every time I come over, like at like 7 o'clock, she just throws a dish of food outside. And I eat like with the cat. That's awesome. Like, yeah, my mom used to do this. She'd do the same shit. She used to
Yeah.
feed like the neighbor's cat. I
Hmm.
guess she didn't know it was the neighbor's cat, but they
Yeah.
let it outside.
Yeah.
And they had to like give us a note, like, can you stop feeding our cat? It's getting too fat. Yeah.
Yeah. She
So
made
yeah, she
like
should do that. She should
she made
definitely.
I want that. I want her to do that. Actually, my mom's cat that she has now, Matrix, she was an outdoor cat. And when I was younger, I was cutting the lawn one time and I see this little fur ball fucking up in like the rock garden. And I was like, oh, look at that cute cat. And then it came down and would just hang out with me, man. It was just walking through my legs and stuff like that, like doing these like figure eights on my legs and would let me pick it up. And I was like, oh man, I want to just keep this cat as my outdoor cat.
Yeah, yeah.
And then like the guy that's like two houses down was like, no, you can't do that if you don't take her in, I'm gonna take her in or something like that. And I was like, that's horseshit. And he's like, he takes care of a lot of the cats too. So like he
Okay.
kind of like taught my mother how to like uh make like a nesting area for the cats and shit like that. Because they all hang out underneath like our carport area. So like they
Oh, okay.
gave birth to a little bed that my mom put over there for it, you know? So it's like
Oh,
she's
really?
like protecting them and stuff.
Oh, that's good.
But I wanted to keep Matrix as an outdoor indoor cat because that's not even indoor, just my outdoor cat. I go
Okay.
outside. I'm like, what
Yeah.
up, cat?
Right.
Cat. Because yo, I'm not even joking around. Anytime I went out in the backyard, all I'd have to go was go like this. And the fucking cat would just show its face.
Yeah,
So
yeah. It knew.
here's the thing.
They
My
know.
mom's cat got out one time, right? When I she got out and we were freaking the fuck out.
Oh,
And
yeah.
and then it didn't come back for like 2 days. And then we'd see it in the rock garden. And I was like, oh fuck. And then one time I grabbed this motherfucker and was running her to my mother's house. And this fucking cat annihilated my hand, ripped, bit me so hard, like boom, 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 cut me up. And this was like the first week of me starting my job in Manhattan, like 10 years ago. I had to call my boss up and be like, hi, Chris. I just got mauled by my mom's cat. And I showed up with like 37 band-aids on my hands. It was fucking hilarious. So like
You
three
should have
days
been like,
later,
you should be like, I'm in a fight club. I should call me that. I'm
like 3 days later, Mike, my mom was just keeping the back door open Out of nowhere, the fucking cat just strolled in, right? But
Yeah,
here's the
right.
thing. That fucking dude. Oh, here's a fucking. You know where I live? I live right
Yeah,
near
yeah.
the overpass, right? So the guy 2 houses down from me with that long ass driveway, right?
Right.
So if anybody's familiar with Yonkers, which you all are, and you probably know where I live, on the bridge over there, the Cross County Parkway is right there, and there's like a hill coming up.
Hmm.
My cat was stuck in this guy's shed. Okay. So he found her and put up like a piece of plywood because he didn't have a door on it. I
Okay.
was like, I came home from a fucking Yankees game, I think with you. And yes, it had to be with you. And I came home and I was like this, I'm fucking rescuing this cat. And I was a little drunk, right? I was like, fuck this. So I opened up the door, the plywood door a little bit, and I put a cage there. I'm
Right.
like, come on, Matrix, come on. The fucking thing walked right past the cage, goes up the driveway, and my fucking heart dropped. I'm like, oh my God. She went through the fence, Mike, and was walking on the side, the hill, the top of the hill on the Cross County Parkway. I was like,
What?
so I'm walking with it. And I called my ex-girlfriend up because she was like a cat whisperer. She had like you remember, she had like 3 cats that were outside and stuff. She was like this, you have to leave her alone. She'll come back to you. And I watched her walk up the side of the Cross County Parkway to the seminary.
Holy
Like
shit.
my heart was just like, oh my God, I just had to leave her.
She's
And
gonna jump.
dude, I was like, how am I gonna tell my mom that I just like let the cat escape, right? So I
Wow.
walked in, she wanted to fucking kill me. So obviously, eventually she came back. But the thing about cats is they fucking know how to get back. They're
They
the
do.
smartest creature, and she knew the neighborhood because she used to roam those fucking streets.
Right. Yes. Oh, I know the stomping ground.
Yeah,
It's like she went back to the old neighborhood.
right.
She had a wild night.
Crazy.
Yo, animals fucking know, bro. Animals definitely know. Like I was walking, it reminded me of a story. Like I was walking Barkley, my bulldog, and we were down like, 3 streets down from my house to the left is a park.
Yeah.
I used to take him there, whatever. And then Barkley just loves balls. Like he goes fucking crazy, right? Pun intended, no pun intended.
No, pun
But
definitely
then,
intended.
so this motherfucker sees a softball on the ground, right? He's
Yeah.
like beeline right for it. Put that ball right in his mouth. Pun not intended. And he was like, he was on a mission to get home. He fucking grabbed that softball, and I didn't lead him or anything. He just fucking went straight home. He knew where to go, left, right,
Yeah.
and went straight up to the house, went straight
Yeah.
to the backyard, and put that ball, was playing with it. Like he knew to take that shit home with him. It was crazy. So I'm like, how the fuck do you know? Like, we had a dog, a German Shepherd, when I was a real kid. Like I must have been like 4 or 5, but I
Yeah.
remember them. They, back then, you could leave your front door wide open all night and leave
Hmm.
your cars unlocked, and nobody's gonna fuck with you.
Yeah.
Because it's like, Irish neighborhood and shit, or Irish. If somebody's gonna fuck with you, you're gonna get your ass beat. So leave the dog. The dog would go out in the middle of the night, whatever, go around. People in the neighborhood knew who he was. Name was Chip.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he just went around, walked around, and come back in every night. He just go for a walk up by himself.
Yeah.
But he knew where to come back. Like, how, first off, like, if you're like, have a dog, what makes you just like, just leave the door open, see what happens?
Right.
Like, how do you know that that was the case? And he did
Yeah.
it all the time. It was
But this is
crazy.
your dog?
My dog Chip, yeah, German
Wow.
Shepherd. This German Shepherd I thought Barkley's pretty smart.
Yeah.
This motherfucker's smart. You would protect your family. You know what I mean? He's like, but great dog, man. Great dog. Just the thing with German Shepherds, their back legs kind of go early.
Mhm.
So they don't have like a full life. And
Yeah.
it sucks, yeah. That's what I'm not looking for. I see these videos like people putting their dogs down or
Yeah.
something, they beat up or whatever. Dude, that's gonna be rough.
Yeah.
I know it right now. There's no way I'm gonna be able to walk out that room like without tears in my eyes.
Oh yeah, of course. Of
Well, I'm
course.
saying without like me bawling, like,
Oh no.
you know what I mean? I would have tears in my eyes, of course. But if I'm gonna like waterworks type shit, like nah, bro, I can't do that in front of people. But it'd be hilarious if it did. Imagine I'm just walking out like I look so ridiculous,
You're gonna be waterworks and
Oh, dude.
100% gonna be
Dude,
waterworks.
I watch these Instagram videos sometimes with people putting them down, saying goodbye, writing notes. I'm like, and I can feel my eyes. I'm like, what's this emotion? Something's happening to my eyes. And then I'm like, it just proves that I'm not dead inside. And I'm just like, there's just no way I'll be able to like handle that. Like when Barkley goes, I told him right there on the spot, I'm like, yo, if you go, I go. And my man like just gave me a pound. He gave me the ball. He's like,
Yeah.
he understood.
Listen, just
So
fucking
when I put him down with that shot neck, I'm like,
yeah.
yo, bet. Hook me up. Put that shit in my arm too. We go out together like Thelma and Louise.
Just build a ramp like from off a cliff, like and just fucking when it's time for Barkley to go, you go too. You just fucking fly off that ramp. I'll videotape it. It'll be great.
Yeah. Like Dukes of Hazzard and shit. Bang, and like a big fiery thing.
I
Oh
forget
man,
to press the record. I forget to press the record button, and you're like on the way down, and you're like,
you
ah,
did.
fuck. Forgot to press record.
Oh man, would have been a great video. Like and subscribe.
Yo, by the way, Chip for a German Shepherd's name? I
Yeah.
was thinking maybe it was like a small dog. Like for some reason, German Shepherds, I feel like they need to be named like Roger. Like they're like I feel like they're like captains of
Roger.
like Captain Roger. Like they're
Captain
all
would be a cool name.
they're big dogs. I feel like German Shepherds are not
Very big
full
dogs.
dog. I think they're part human.
You think so?
Yeah, they're like they're so stoic and stuff like that. Like, you know what I mean? When they're sitting there, they're just like so alert and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Like,
They're police dogs.
yeah, they're legit, those dogs.
You know, they can smell shit. They go after criminals.
Yeah.
You know, they're good, man. Fucking good dogs.
They have a different
I would love to get another one like that.
I think they have like they have to have even more. There's something else. There's something they have like a seventh sense or something, those dogs, man. For for people to for them to be able to teach them how to like sniff for bombs and shit like that, and that shit's insane, man, to find guns and drugs.
Yeah,
The fuck?
every time I watch like a cop show, they go like they pull the German Shepherd out and they're like, find dope, right? And the fucking dog finds dope.
We just accept that too. Like that's
Yeah, just accept it.
absolutely amazing.
Right. It's fun. It's insane.
You taught that dog to know how to sniff out cocaine, for crying out loud. Sniff it
No.
out through a
No.
bag, through a plastic bag.
Wild. That's wild. Do a plastic bag in a car, hidden
Yeah.
in a car. Yo, you know what'd be crazy? If they can figure out how to make turtles find it. Imagine they pull out fucking turtles, right? And they just it would take fucking forever because the turtle would take fucking forever to go around the
Right.
car. You'd be sitting there for like fucking 4 hours. Like, yo,
Yeah.
hurry the fly. And if he makes a wrong turn, you're fucked. And and then you just have it like, oh shit, the fucking turtle like beep, put his fucking little face in and like bite. Oh, dude, that'd be fucking fantastic. It's amazing that animals can fucking train animals to do that kind of shit. Wild.
Yeah.
Yo, parrots, they talk.
Right.
Motherfucker sings to you, bro. If you get a good parrot and you play that song over and over again, they'll fucking sing some fucking Backstreet Boys to your ass. You know, every day though, it would make you insane.
Right.
Anybody that has a bird like a parrot, like you have to be certifiably insane. You know, because you're hearing the same shit over and over again. It's like torture.
Right.
You know, good morning. You know, shut the fuck up. It's midnight. It would drive me fucking insane if I had a fucking parrot. And apparently they live like fucking 90 years.
Yeah.
So you'd be, somebody in my family would be stuck with a fucking parrot if I got one. Some annoying fucking parrot.
Yo, you know what? You know what's the craziest thing that somebody teaches animals to do? How did one day somebody go, all right, let's take a fucking killer whale, let's put it in captivity, and then somebody was just like this. I'm gonna get this motherfucker to do a backflip. And what did he do? Just stand near the edge, go like this all the time? Whale, do a backflip. Do a backflip, whale. How the fuck do you teach a whale to do a backflip? It's not like you can go in the water and do your own backflip and be like, now you do it, whale. Now you do it, stupid whale.
Right. See what I did? You know? Yo, you're right. There's no fucking way. That's impossible. That's really impossible. You're right. The dolphins, I'm thinking about like, and you fucking throwing the dolphin. I'm like, I get it. They do everything for food.
Right.
But how the fuck do you get a whale? Like a whale eats, like, don't they eat dolphins and shit? What, you got to hold the dolphin up and be like, oh, do this shit.
Who knows, man?
It
Who
is
knows?
nuts. Yo, SeaWorld, man, that's some evil shit, man. They got some crazy voodoo, bro.
And then to think that who's the person to even think that you could get these animals to do what you tell them to do?
Probably some rich jerk back in like the 1930s that can afford to like, he's probably the one of the first guys to buy like a wild animal, like a tiger.
Right.
He's like, yo, make that shit roll over.
Yeah.
Then boom, they fucking do it. They just do it for their amusement. It's their circus. Their
You know
private
what?
home circus.
You know what doesn't make any sense too? How all these dogs came about.
They all came by from a wolf.
Yeah,
Originally
but
a wolf.
but all right, so you got a wolf and now you got another,
A
I
poodle.
don't know. Thanks to the thousands of years of human interaction and intervention, today we have a large variety of dogs. How do you get a fucking hot dog, a wiener dog, from a wolf? What do
I,
you fucking mix it with? What do you mix it with?
I don't who's fucking that wolf?
Right.
I don't know. How does he come down from that? It doesn't make any sense, to be honest with you. There
I
had
don't
to
even
be
believe it. I don't believe it.
I don't believe it either, bro. I just think like, all right, there was a bulldog, like Noah's Ark type shit. There had to be like two fucking bulldogs that came down. There had to be two fucking German shepherds. There had to be two of each fucking kind of dog. Two poodles. You telling me a wolf went to a poodle?
Yeah.
The fuck out of here. Now you got these crazy dogs, what they call them Labrapoodles. They're just Labrador with a poodle and shit.
Right.
Like, and apparently they don't shed and they look stupid.
Right.
They fucking all the Labradoodles and shit. They all look dumb.
I don't know. I kind of like the Labradoodle look.
Yeah, but they mix bred them, and they just have that stupid look on their face, like that cat with the bugged out eyes, crooky.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they're all fucked up. They're all
Crazy
fucked up.
eyes.
Hey, crazy eyes. Man, remember that? Remember the Adam Sandler movie?
Yes.
You
Yes.
know, when he's crashing the sports car. We're talking about oh, what's his name? Fuck, I forgot his name.
I can't believe D.
Steve
Can you
Buscemi.
Deeds bought us all these cars?
Yeah, Mr. Deeds. That's it.
Oh my god.
Steve Buscemi, man, always had those stupid roles in Adam Sandler movies, man.
Yeah.
He was
Dude.
fucking great.
I honestly do not. I'm not taking this as fucking truth. This is one of the things I will
Theory.
not take as fucking truth. I don't give a fuck. You're telling me that, okay, so they're saying, oh well, they took wolves that they had considerably nice calm traits and took them in to be their pets. Okay, so you take a wolf. I could see how huskies, you could have made a husky from a wolf,
Yes.
right? Because
Yeah,
they
yeah.
are fucking wolves, for crying out loud, right?
They look like one.
A motherfucker.
How did you get that?
Where'd you get a terrier? Where'd you get one of those little fucking terriers that just bites at your fucking toes all day from a wolf? What did you mix it with? A cricket? You know what I mean? Did you have a caterpillar fuck a fucking wolf in order to get a terrier? Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, if you had
Not buying it.
if you had to choose what animal you think resembles you, what animal would you choose?
Um, or probably like a rhino.
Rhino. Well, I think I'm a wolf because I look like one. That was an old school joke by AG. Crazy Crystals one. It's a little joke. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't believe it either. I think it's just one of those theories that came out and people just bought it. Like, look at humans. Apparently, we evolved from fish, right? We went from fish to tadpoles to humans to monkeys or whatever. I mean, some of us went to humans first and then monkeys, but like we fucking got from like tadpoles and that kind of shit. Like, our evolution chart is insane.
I legitimately want to go find like somebody that's giving a study or a class about how dogs came about, and I just go there like this. Nope. Didn't happen.
Right.
Because that's just a fucking theory. And that's just, I don't know. That's just stupidest theory that ever. But you know what though? Think about this though. The theory that we came from amoebas, everything came from amoebas is a theory. And
Yeah.
I mean, but there's been millions and millions of billions of years of evolution to get us to here. Yes, if you want to say billions of years, Sure, sure. But they're trying to say like it's just like thousands of years of wolf to dog, wolf to fucking terrier, wolf to shih tzu,
That
wolf to pug. What did you mix a fucking wolf with to get a pug? A doorknob? A fucking with a tree stump? Did you have the wolf have sex with a tree stump and out came a pug?
do you
You
ever
know what
hear?
I'm saying? Like,
Do you ever hear a pug scream? It's horrifying. It sounds like a person being murdered. Like, look up the video of the pug getting his nails cut.
yeah.
Just type it in right now. If you're watch it because it's fucking hysterical.
Could it be that? Could it be that like a pug looks like it has like it's got fucking like issues. A pug looks like it has Down syndrome, right? No joke. Like it does,
It does.
right? Like, did they take and like I'm being dead serious? Did they take dogs that had like something wrong with them and breed them, and then you get a crossbred fucking type of dog? I don't fucking know. Like that's what a pug is unhealthy looking. They can't fucking breathe. Where did its fucking face go? Did
Mhm.
somebody just cut? Did somebody go around and cut a fucking dog's snout out and off? Where the fuck did
Cut his fucking snout out.
dude? That looks like a wolf and a caterpillar for sure. Like a caterpillar face had sex, and then one time a wolf and a caterpillar had sex, and it came out with the shit that the fucking wiener dog. You got the long body of the caterpillar.
I don't know. I don't know how the wiener fucking dog started. I gotta be honest.
Listen, you
That is
could
just a crazy one.
you could how we've been told everything and it's just been taken as fact. You could take a kid and tell them all this, but like, yeah, well, one day a wolf and a caterpillar bred and they
Yeah,
had a wiener dog, and then one day a wolf and a tree stump had sex and a pug came out, and a wolf and
you
a
gotta
stick of
believe it.
dynamite came out and Mike Trainer came out.
Right. Dynamite, bitch. Like it's folklore.
Right.
That's all it is.
It's folklore. Everything we know is folklore. Everything we've been told.
Everything. People just want to believe. Like that's all my religion. All religion is just folklore.
I don't believe anything anymore,
Me
Mike.
neither. I don't like everything's just unbelievable right now.
Yes.
It really is just fucking unbelievable. Well, listen, Nick, you want to see the pug screaming?
Sure.
All right. Do you see it?
Yep.
This is a pug getting his nails trimmed.
Okay. But you have to stop. It's okay. Pug. Pug. Chill. Okay.
That's one of the fucking greatest videos of this fucking screaming. Yeah, just look it up. I played. If you're watching YouTube, I put it on YouTube. It's just too much, man.
Oh shit.
But listen, you had something, Nick. I know you wanted to talk about the spiritual team, but
Spiritual team.
I don't know, something you posted before that. I just wanna
Oh yeah, yeah. I
I'm
think
not
I
even
know.
gonna talk about this shit. There's a couple things going on in the news. One thing, just real quick, the Land Transportation Office. I guess I don't know where the hell that is in America, but they have a priority lane where they put senior citizen number one. Okay, good for the old people, well deserved. Number two be pregnant women, obviously. Three be a person with a disability, right? That all makes sense to be in the priority line.
Yeah.
You want to get these people to have their own special line. Guess what the fourth one is?
Wait. This is a line for what?
Land Transportation Office.
What the fuck does that mean?
I don't fucking know. I just seen it online. I was like, obviously, you got to transport some land. So this is the line you go. So those are the priority lane, those three people. And I guess what the fourth is?
Minorities. Immigrants.
No.
Wait, illegal aliens.
No, not even close. The LGBTQ. They're under senior citizens, pregnant women, and person with disabilities. How fucking insane did we get? Like, remind me never go to the Land Transportation Office. Okay.
I gotta look this up. I gotta know what is the Land Transportation Office.
I'm sure a lot of people listen like, what the fuck is a Land Transportation Office? I don't know. I'm excited to hear what it is.
I mean, what does the Land Transportation Office do?
It's probably something stupid.
It's all right. So the LTC was tasked to perform functions such as registering motor vehicles, licensing of drivers and conductors, franchising of public utility vehicles, and enforcing traffic rules and regulations.
Like a
I don't know.
DMV. It's a DMV.
So, those are the people that are able to get in there first or something?
Yes, they have a priority ahead of everybody, ahead of like any normal human being. I could see like the old people. I get that. Like it's special, like for them, like handicap parking. All right, you get the special parking, we get it. But all that other bullshit, but then they got to throw them in there. It's just fucking weird.
And how exactly are you supposed to prove that you're a member of
You
the
would know.
LGBTQ? Yeah, but I could go in there and be like, yo, I'm
I
gay.
identify.
I'm gay as fuck. I'm gay as fuck.
Cutting in line, bitch.
Yep.
You know, that's what I would do too. Like
Yeah.
pretty soon, it's gonna be like Burger King. Then you walk in, like there's a big line for fucking Wendy's at the drive. You cut everybody. Like I'm gay, bitch.
Yeah.
Give me that fucking Whopper.
Give me that Whopper. I'm gonna shove it up my butthole.
All right, that's gonna fucking go right nuts up my tush.
My sushi.
It's gonna go right up my tushy. Gonna get I'm gonna get my tushy pushy with a fucking big Whopper.
Oh my god.
It's insane what's going on in the world, but that's just a whole nother thing. So,
Yeah.
and then what else in the news is I don't know if you heard about this. Dexter Reed, he was a black kid in a car. He refused orders. He wouldn't roll down the window. He rolled it back up, and then he fired his gun at the officers. So the officers obviously returned fire.
Yeah.
Fired like 11 shots, killed the guy, and then the mom came on, being all dramatic, saying, "Oh, they killed him. They killed my boy." Like all this from like you bitch. Like, sorry for your loss, but you watched the video like everybody else.
Right.
What do you think would happen if you roll up your window and you started shooting at cops? What the fuck do you think would happen? She's
Right.
always saying this because she wants that money. She wants the money from wherever the fuck this happened. I don't even know where this happened. But this is what's going on in the world. Like they trying to these people, like everybody thinks they're a fucking victim. Like, can you have like any sorts of dignity or responsibility for your own actions anymore? Or are you
Right.
just gonna blame fucking everything? Like, blame your son. Teach your son better. You know? And he just, of course, he was arrested in fucking jail. Like he had a mugshot,
Mhm.
from not too long ago. Of course, he's out in the street with bail reform. It's a joke. It's such a joke right now. And you see more and more shit like this all over the world between all the fucking random stabbings that's going on in the world, the fucking, the the shootings that's happen all the time, the mass shootings, and it's nonstop. Everybody thinks there's no consequences. There was a dude at Best Buy literally just pushing and breaking all the TVs in there today. I seen the video. Like, what the fuck is wrong with these people, bro? Like, bring back some fucking law and order, please, because the only thing it's hurting is the innocent people. Now, innocent people are just in Best Buy shopping for TVs, and they see this lunatic just pushing all of them down and breaking all of them. Like, what the fuck?
You know what's funny though? Stuff like that. Like if I was in the store, I would just laugh. I'd be like, and I just keep shopping because like,
they all put out the camera phones and started recording it.
oh yeah, I would just be laughing at that shit, man. If some lunatic started pushing TVs over, it's just fucking. Listen, I mean, it's just fuck. Yeah, I understand where you're coming from. Like, everybody thinks they could just get away with anything, and they kind of can with that kind of shit. You know what I mean?
It's
But like,
fucking crazy.
I would just laugh. It's just funny. It's funny. That shit's funny. Like people that would go in there and like walk out with carts full at like Target. Like that shit cracks me up. It just cracks me up that somebody comes in with a fucking mask on, ski mask on, loads the cart up, walks the fuck out, goes home.
They don't even do that anymore. They don't put on a ski mask. They just put on the regular like mask, like you have COVID.
Yeah.
They just walk in there with that and they just fill up their shopping cart with whatever the fuck they want.
Because number one, I don't know where this came about.
It just
Security guards at stores are the weakest, most
they're not stopping anybody.
docile creatures on planet Earth. Like soft kids, man. Like if you put a gigantic fucking black dude at the exit of Target, and you know you're gonna get your face crushed when you walk out of there, you're not gonna rob anything. But if you got soft little fucking whitey that's got ice cream dripping off through his fucking shirt, that's his arms. He's got fucking arms, his fucking ice cream and whipped cream.
100%.
You're gonna rob anything. You just gotta slap
Right.
him in his face and he'll melt.
You need big guys. Like you need either Debo from
Yeah.
Friday or you need The Rock. If you
Yeah.
had those two motherfuckers on each side of the doors at Best Buy, who the fuck in their right mind is gonna go past them?
Nobody.
Trying to steal fucking Walkman.
You got dudes looking like they're fucking literally they're made of sour cream at the fucking exit,
Oh, yeah.
like old guys that are just dripping sour cream out of their pants. Like, sir, is this you? Is this part of your body? This sour cream that melted off your face?
You disgust me. They're outside. They're like the people that ring the bell outside during the holiday season.
Yeah.
They're the same type of people. They don't do it. They got a whistle. I think they blow a whistle now because they're not allowed to security's not allowed to stop somebody from stealing. They
Yeah.
have to let them. They just watch them walk right out the door. So what's the point of you having that job? What's
No
the
point.
of having a security job?
No point.
I
To
mean,
pretend like you're looking at the fucking receipt, like at Home Depot when you're walking out. And
Yeah.
they're like, oh yeah, and they
Oh,
check. What are they checking? I don't fucking know what they're checking.
yeah, I think here's my receipt. I don't think people even look. They just I've seen some people that don't even look at their receipt. They just you
Yeah.
give it to them and they just hand it right back to you.
Yeah, when they're talking to their
Yeah.
friend next to them, and
Yeah.
they're like supposed to be doing their job and fucking just
Yeah, they don't give a fuck. They
No.
don't give a fuck if you're stealing. We should try. We should just walk out of Best Buy and just give them a blank piece of tissue paper
yeah.
and just let them fucking sign and give it right back to us. It's amazing. It's
Dude.
just crazy. The world has gone crazy.
Security guards should be dressed in like Kevlar, like full head to toe, bulletproof, fucking just looking like a superhero. And like on a sign right above his head that says, "If you come out of here not paying for your shit, this man will crush you. He's gonna crush you in your chest."
You know
That's
what I
what
wanna
it should
see?
be about.
You know what I want to
Maybe-
see? You know how
What?
Game of Thrones when you had a fight in the pit and you put that armor down and you put the
Yeah.
fucking shield down?
Yep.
That's how I want those motherfuckers to look like. Some
Oh,
Game
yeah.
of Thrones shit. Like,
Yeah.
oh, fuck, I gotta fight this dude. He's got a face shield
Yeah.
made out of armor.
People fucking are so worried about like their rights getting fucking revoked and I have the right to do this, I have the right to do that.
You don't got shit.
Time to start putting these motherfuckers in their place, man. You know what I mean? Like,
You need to be
Crunch
taught a
time.
lesson. You know
Yeah.
what? This is the timeout culture that never got never
Yeah.
told no or right from wrong. You know what I mean? They got called timeout. Oh, timeout. They don't
Yeah.
there's no repercussions for these fucking people. And then when more people see it online, then once they see it online that they could do it, why can't I do it?
right.
And then more people do it. That's how it starts, man. It's like if people didn't know about that shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nobody wouldn't fucking be doing it. If one
No.
person back in 1980 decided to do that, right? First off, he'd get his ass kicked right there at
Yeah.
the front door. He would
Yeah.
get hit. Everybody at that job would just go fucking beat his ass.
Yeah.
Customers would get involved. They beat his ass.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be able to do it. Now it's just like, yeah, go ahead. What the fuck? Like, it's what the fuck? And
Yeah.
then it makes it worse for people like us that don't steal, the good human beings, because then they raise prices on everything
Yeah.
because of fucking shrink, which shrink is this, the shit that falls off the truck. It just goes away. All the broken shit, all this stolen shit. We're the ones that pay for it. So when you see a motherfucker steal, don't smash that like button and keep spreading that video. Fuck them. We should be able to fucking shoot them right there.
In 1980, if somebody walked out of there, like you said, somebody's crushing that guy in the face. They're not going to jail, like you said, because as soon as that guy gets the cops are getting called on him, he's getting arrested, and that's the end of it.
Right.
There's not going to be
They're not arresting the guy.
There's not going to be a bullshit. This guy's going to get in trouble now for hitting this guy because number one, probably wasn't any cameras. Number two, nobody's ratting him fucking out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And number three, he did the good deed of the fucking day. That was called
Exactly.
doing the good
That was-
deed, stopping the crime. So just
Right.
like you said about the guy that was shooting back at shooting at the cops, and he got retaliated against. So now the cops are looked at as the bad guy nowadays.
How?
Because
How?
right? It
How'd
doesn't
we
make
get
any
there?
fucking sense. Doesn't make
How-
any sense.
How'd we get there? This dude is obviously a criminal. He got shot. And why? Who are the people having sympathy for that? See, I'm thinking like everybody I talk to, it's crazy. It seems like it's on our side.
Right.
You know what I mean? I once in a while, like I'll run into some like fucking nut job. I remember one nut job when they had the Black Lives Matter movement. They were fucking burning down shit, robbing stores. And I was like, yo, how would you like it if it's your store that's getting robbed? Oh, insurance. I'm like,
Oh,
insurance.
insurance.
Oh,
Insurance.
right there when she said that, I was like, are you fucking stupid? It was one of my accounts. I gotta be honest.
Yeah.
I was like, are you fucking stupid?
Yeah.
I'm like, insurance. Who do you think pays for fucking insurance? Good people like me that
Yeah.
fucking do the right thing. Like, don't fucking side with these fucking people. You stupid. I wanted to, no, I never wanted to hit a woman before in my life, but I definitely wanted to smack her with my dick. Like, shut the fuck up.
Listen, that's yeah, that is it's just
How do you
fucking
how do you get to that level where you think that's right? Where you think, oh, insurance, like, no, it's fuck, you know?
they
What
know
kind
that
of
it's
person are you?
they know that it's not right. It's just it's another form it's another
Noxious.
form of fucking ego coming through. It all comes back to fucking ego.
I guess, yeah, that's a pretty shitty ego to have.
But it's linked up. There's larger types of egos. Like it's not so the book goes on to tell you there is, you have your own personal ego, but you are tied to larger egos as well, religious egos, race egos. So the religion and the race thing, obviously, it's some of the biggest stuff out there, right?
Of course, top two.
Black guy gets killed by a cop. The race ego goes fucking wild. It's just part of it. It's just part of something like that. It just becomes part of you become part of the whole, and you say, all right, good, fuck them, like or I mean, like fuck the cops, this, that, and the other thing,
Yeah,
and then if like a cop gets shot, you say, oh, now you know how now you oh, good for you. Now you know how it feels or whatever.
yeah,
That's the
evil.
ego of the whole
Evil.
entire group coming together and fucking it's dangerous. It's a
Evil.
dangerous thing when and it could be vice versa on anything. It's not just
Wrong.
cops and black people. It's fucking anything. It's religion. Look at Israel and Palestine, right? They fucking hate each other. They hate each other and they want to just inflict more pain. You did this to me, fuck you. Now I'm gonna do this to you.
Yeah.
It's a it's a fucking thing that's just it's just detrimental, man. Like there's people here that aren't even affected like physically by it. Maybe don't even know anybody still in Israel or anything like that, but they feel it. They feel it. And the Palestinians, you know what I mean? They feel it because
Yeah.
you're tied to that. And it's an ego thing and it connects you to it. And it's everything, man. It's race, it's sex, it's fucking it's religion, it's nation. All that shit that is it's just a gigantic it ties you to a deeper ego, and that's what brings you to war. That's what brings you to fucking civil war. That's what brings you to these giant fucking hatreds of people. You know what I mean? It's terrible. It's
Yeah.
to classify us to classify a human being as anything separates you. It just fucking does. It separates you. It automatically separates you. It gives somebody a reason to fucking hate you. It gives people a reason to hate. Classification does that shit, man. Nations. A nation going to war with another nation, right? A nation of human beings, innocent, killing each other for nothing. That is the biggest fucking ego of first fucking ego. Think about fucking Hitler, man. That motherfucker brainwashed millions of fucking people to go fucking kill a race of people, and not just the Jews. They were going to go after the Catholics. They were going to go after fucking Christians. They were going to go after fucking everybody because Hitler was a fucking psychopath. But
You thought
he
was right.
said, he said, this is you. This is everybody else. Destroy them.
Right.
Right?
Humans are the worst.
Well,
And the ones with power are the fucking even worse off.
but we don't have to be that, and that's what's going on. And
It's
I
the
think
whole
Lima
thing.
Bean would agree. People are hopefully opening up their minds a little bit to the point where you just think, just stop to think a little bit. We're on overdrive all the time of just not even thinking, only doing, only doing, only doing, only doing, only doing. Are you ever really in the moment? Like, do you think ever? Yes, you say, "Oh, I have to go do the laundry today. I have to go make breakfast. But do you take a step back and say, holy shit, I'm whatever I am, whoever I am, I'm in this body. I'm sitting here right now, or I'm standing at the stove. Do you ever take a step back and say, holy shit, I'm on this fucking planet. I have this egg in my hand and I'm cracking it into this pan.
It's crazy.
Do you do that? Do you say
I
that?
do
Like,
sometimes.
you know what I mean? Some people will go through this life and never,
Ever
ever
think
even
that way?
think that ever. They don't know. They just take for granted that you're a human being, for instance. Like we've been born
Yeah.
there. So you're like, yeah, I'm a human being. This is just the way it is.
How it is. It's just how it is. I love
No.
when people say that. Oh, just how it is. I like my line. It is what it is, but it's like, yeah, people just accept that. Like, we're just like we were talking about last week with all the shit that's running through our bodies. Like, it's insane.
Yeah.
It really is insane. I'm one of those. I'm with you. I do stop and smell the roses, I guess you could say. You know what I mean? Not that it's kind of gay. Not that there's anything wrong with that. But I do stop and be like, I think, like, on a deeper level, like, how did I get here? Yeah, I'm cracking this egg, but what's an egg?
Right.
Like, eggs, like, yeah, it's wild to really think about.
Just take for granted an egg that came out of a chicken's ass.
And
And
then
it's just here for you.
And people argue, like, what came first, the chicken or the egg? Nobody fucking knows. A chicken could be fucking the next in line between a wolf and a fucking poodle. Who fucking knows, man?
You know what's also something else that, when people, you see those Instagram videos like, this is you. This is Earth. This is the sun. This is
Yes.
Milky Way galaxy. So they make it seem like you're like nothing. But
Yeah.
but you know what? You are something. You are fucking something huge, actually. And you got to take that for fucking, we take it for granted, man. You got to
Way too much.
you got to take it. Think of it as something special. We are so fucking
Yes.
lucky
Yes.
to be in this human body.
Yes.
Like,
Nick,
look at
that's
this.
why.
Look at this. I'm not even thinking about this.
He's karate chopping for you that's listening. Dude, you're so right. That's why, like we were talking about at the beginning of the show, that's why I want to get my anger out. I don't want to be angry at nothing anymore.
Yeah.
Like, even when we play softball, you know how all of a sudden, like, a fight with the umpires or arguing with a call or arguing with the other team. I'm done with all that, bro.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm done. If somebody says something on the other team, like, I'm just gonna be like, yo, whatever, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that never happens to us. But sometimes, like, the umpire will make a stupid call, like, guys, just let it go. On to the next one. You can let them know, like, hey, that was messed up. That wasn't the right call. Like, but don't be like, yo, you're a fucking idiot. Or don't, like, taking the bat and drawing lines in the sand by home plate where the ball is. You know, don't be throwing the bases and shit like Pete Rose, you know?
Yeah.
So, like, I think, yo, seriously, I'm done with, like, but I'm trying to be, like, done with that emotion in every aspect of my life. Not just that, like, that work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And, you know, just go from there. That's what I'm working on, like, right now. But
That's
just don't piss me off.
Right.
And then I won't be angry. Just don't piss me off.
Yeah, but you might be able to figure out a way to just
Serenity now, man.
Peace on earth, man. Peace on earth.
Every time somebody comes at me, like, saying some dumb shit, I'm like, you're gonna see me start meditating. Like, right there, I'll start humming and shit. I'm like, I'm like, yo, that motherfucker's crazy. Don't fuck with him. That motherfucker just starts humming in, like, mid-sentence.
You're right.
So I do want to, like, I'm gonna ask you about that spiritual team you sent. But before we talk about that, I read something about, Google Dolls, that guy, Resnick, I guess he's like the lead singer.
Okay.
He wrote back in 1996. I just wanted to share this. He's talking about, like, regrets.
Yeah.
About a song. Like, it's like this song about having the inevitable regrets that come with growing up. With every decision you make in life, you're going to have some regrets about which way it goes. You just have to choose which set of regrets you can live with the best and try to minimize the amount of regrets you have.
Okay.
I thought that was a pretty good, like, that's kind of like what I was like, you know what? Resnick, you're pretty fucking right in, like, 1996. Yeah. So, like, trying to live more like that, because you know what? All these other bullshit, all the other emotions are just like a waste of energy, man. It's just a waste.
Yeah.
It just drains you. It's not worth it.
does.
Live happy,
not.
live peaceful. Fuck
No
no
regrets. No regrets.
regrets, man. Yo,
Nope.
and then you're gonna live with regret, like OJ Simpson. Like my man murdered 2 people and then he died, and he went on his deathbed,
Yeah.
and he didn't fucking confess,
Yeah.
but he did like have his family, whoever seen him at the end, family and friends, tight friends,
Yeah.
made him sign an NDA.
To do what?
An NDA, so you can't talk about what he said in the hospital room. So
Are you serious?
think about that? You know what I mean?
Wow. He made them sign it?
Yeah. So
Why?
yeah, you can look it up. So what if he's like lucid going through all the medicine and
Yeah.
he says something like, yeah, I was Nordberg and Naked Gun, and I also murdered my ex-wife and that other guy waiter.
Holy shit.
You know what I mean? He didn't want that out. So
Yeah.
so just like he died of cancer apparently. I don't think anybody knew he had cancer.
Right.
And you sometimes like on your deathbed with that, you get loopy, get some medication, you don't know where you are. What if
Right.
the truth comes out? What if you say something? So the NDA was put there like when he heard he got sick, apparently.
Yeah.
So they're not allowed to talk about what he said in there. And he never
Wow.
confessed. And probably the only reason I would guess he didn't confess is probably for his kids, because he still has that lawsuit going against him for his estate. And if it was proved that he was liable, his kids wouldn't have access to the estate no more. They end up broke.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's probably the only reason that he didn't admit what he did. But that he's in hell right now. So whatever that AI shit that looked like hell, he's one of the heads in that shit.
Yeah. How come they never went to find anybody else that could have potentially been the culprit for that? If like once OJ was off, like they just gave up the case?
You don't remember? OJ
What?
said OJ was like, I'm gonna go look for him. That's what he said afterwards. He's like, after he fucking won, he's like, I'm gonna go look for the real killer now.
Wow.
That mother, my man went to play golf. I'm like, where's the real killer? At the fucking golf club? My man's fucking playing golf. And he's putting on the gloves and shit. Everybody's making fun of him because the gloves fit.
Crazy.
Wild. But the only reason why OJ was acquitted, because all the evidence pointed to him, the only reason why is because that black guy, the poor black guy, Rodney King, which everybody's seen the video, was all on VHS. He got beat by the LA cops. If nobody's seen the video, it's still up there. It's fucking horrible. Nobody in their right mind, white, black. I mean, sure, like I'm sure racists would love to see that kind of shit, but to see the way that guy got beat up, it was fucking horrible. I was appalled, and I was fucking like, teenager watch that shit. Like, how could they treat, even if he did something wrong, like you don't fucking do that to a fucking human being.
Yeah.
That was some crooked ass cop shit. And then they had riots all about the Rodney King because the cops got off, which I still can't believe. And then after that, OJ was like, listen, if we convict OJ, the whole town of fucking LA is just going to be set afire. So they didn't want that kind of shit to happen. So they kind of made it where like, all right, OJ, you're going to catch a break. We know you did it. Everybody knows you did it, but we're going to have you innocent. We're going to make you put on these latex gloves, and then you try on the gloves over that.
Right.
You know what I mean? So obviously you can't fucking fit them. It was just such a bullshit trial. And the joke is everyone in the whole world knows he did it, but we know why he got off, and that's the reason. That's the cold hard truth is the reason why he got off, is because they just wanted to be even.
Yeah.
That's all it was. They didn't want more riots. That's all it was. And plus OJ was like, dude, he was fucking Nordberg, bro. Like, he was hilarious. I can't believe that motherfucker did it. But you know what? When you get hit in the head as a running back in the NFL for fucking 80 times a game, of course you're going to have CTE. You're going to be all fucked up in the head. It's going to change your emotions. If you're a jealous type to begin with, it's going to make you insanely jealous. And by the way, his brain was not donated to get tested. He was cremated. OJ is cremated. They could have had the opportunity to donate his brain so they could study it for CTE purposes, because he probably had the worst CTE known to man.
Maybe. I mean, he did.
He was Mr. Jekyll and Hyde.
he did fall in love with Caitlyn Jenner too.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So yeah,
Caitlyn or Bruce, they loved each other.
they did.
They were hanging out all the time.
Yep. Well,
But that's it. So
that's
do you
it.
want to talk about that spiritual team, or you just want to wrap it up?
No, I just thought it was interesting because it just on Instagram it says we all have a spirit team that will divinely guide us without ever imposing on our free will. Your team is made up of your higher self, angels, spirit guides, and loved ones in heaven. Their sole job is to guide you towards your most authentic, fulfilled life. They will communicate you with you using your intuition. I like the
Kind of talk about
higher self thing. The higher self thing is cool. Like you are up there guiding yourself as well. That's along with everybody else, like
you have like a
fucking
team.
cool.
You
The
have a
whole
support
team.
team.
You got a sport team, which is cool.
Yeah. Some people I met, I think they don't have a team up there. I gotta be honest with you. I think they're lacking. I think their
Yeah.
team quit. But yeah, it's I mean, we're just talking about that, the whole intuition thing and angels, stuff like that, and then seeing this medium next Monday. So it looks like it's all coming, it's all rounded up. It's all rounded up.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it.
Nice. All right.
So that's it on the Mix It Up podcast. It's
Yep.
wrapped up. Listen, as always, keep that ass tight.
Yeah. And keep that food right.
Oh yeah, of course, always
And always do it.
win it,
You best believe you better motherfucking crush it.
bitch. We out. Peace.
Sometimes the darkness shades the light. Sometimes the day feels like the night. I don't know what's wrong with me. Never mind about what I've seen. I'll sit alone in this disguise, but I'll try. So I hang my head, I drown my thoughts, smoke my stuff, then I sing my song. I don't know much what it used to be. I love myself, but I don't love me, no. Still remains, is this our fault? Even if could it bring back what we lost? Will the answer stop the pain, or will they just remain the same? The question now is, will we make a change? Will we try? Yeah. So I hang my head, I drown my thoughts, smoke my stuff, and I sing my song. I don't know much what it used to be. I love myself, but I don't love me. Will anything be what it used to be? I still know there's good inside me. My head, I drown my thoughts. Everything we used to know is gone. Yeah. I looked inside myself today. I'd throw it all away for just a little bit of yesterday. And I looked inside myself